Goblin House Studios.
Welcome to our actual play tabletop podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 39 of our actual play tabletop podcast. I'm Matt, and I play Shrimpstone.
I'm Jojo, and I play Ninx.
I'm Spook Jam, and I play Galliot Delaric.
Hey everyone, I'm Cody, and I play Thornton Stronghollow.
And I'm Adam. I'm our game master. Bianca is still out of town. We're missing her for the session, unfortunately, but we're going to proceed. Well, in the last episode, the party retired to an inn, had a little negative encounter with some local Yakuza who basically got soundly rebuffed by the party and left in shame, but probably also preparation. Notably, the party all drank something, except for Galliot, in the form of beer, wine, or water.
Water.
Shrimps don't drink water. And then they retired to their room, where Ninx communed with the Earth Mother, and Thornton has begun creating a sword for Galliot. Describe the end of the results of your ritual.
So, as Thornton sits there, sits at the fire pit, crafting this weapon, and I'm assuming Galliot is still just watching.
Yeah.
So what he sees is this piece of metal slowly being formed into a sword, into a longsword, and then other materials that Thornton has laid out, pieces of wood, leather, just scraps of leather, are slowly entwining themselves into the weapon as well, creating your grip, the handguard, and things like that. But notably, the entire sword, from pommel to the tip of the blade, is one piece of steel, and it's very blocky, if that makes sense. There isn't a there's a little bit of artistry going on, but it's very geometric in shape, very dwarven.
Sounds very dwarven.
There are no real curves to the blade or the weapon or anything. It's just a straight blade with a pointed. Literally the only curve in the blade, or the curve in the entire weapon, is the point where tapers to a fine razor sharp point. Yeah, the pommel, the little counterweight at the end of it, it's was it hexagonal in shape?
Mm-hmm.
It's not round. This thing's meant for it's meant for chopping.
Hell yeah. Okay, that's really cool.
You get stats on that.
I do not.
I don't know, man. You just made it.
I'm gonna say it's probably. I mean, it's a non-magical item.
It's a regular longsword.
Yeah, so it's a regular longsword.
But it has style and sentimental value.
I mean,
worth its weight in gold.
Does that give me,
and it is worth,
extra damage?
It's worth no more than 100 gold.
Oh, hell yeah. That's really cool.
I think it does a D8 of damage, if I recall.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Can you hand me a pencil?
Actually, probably does a D20 in 5th edition.
No, it does 1d8
Oh, okay.
1d8 damage or 1d.
Oh, if wielded two-handed?
Yeah, because longswords are versatile.
Yeah.
It's 1d8 damage if you swing it one-handed. It's 1d10 damage if you swing it two-handed.
Oh, damn. Yeah, it's a lot better than my spear.
Yeah, D8 and D10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the spear Galliot's been using is 1d6 one-handed and 1d8 two-handed.
Did you get all that written down?
No, I don't have a pencil.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah, the spear would be way better if it still had reach.
Yeah. But 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
all right. So, Thoradin gifts Galliot this awesome sword.
Yeah, it finishes up. The light fades, and Thoradin's is left holding this blade in his hand. I'm just gonna go. Jesus. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that there is also a sheath.
Nice.
That's
Nice
made
touch.
with it. Yeah, it's part of the process.
Galliot's not very good at thanking people, but it's very obvious that he's absolutely fascinated with it.
Well, I took a little out of me. I'm, here you go. And you can feel like it's slightly warm to the touch.
That's really cool.
Well, not bad work if I say so myself.
He's gonna unsheath it. It's yeah, no kidding. This is absolutely amazing.
Well, I'm glad you like it. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to go get a little bit of air.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go to sleep.
All right. I'll take watch then. And I'm going to go out onto the porch. I assume that there's a porch.
Yeah, there is. There sure is.
And I'm just going to kind of sit down on the edge of it and pull out my pipe and load it up with some black sage and just puff away on it.
Okay. So you're out there smoking for a while, reflecting on what happened during the day. And after about an hour or so, you hear a woman shouting in Miuri, kind of mad, trying to shoo someone away, it sounds like. And it gets a little more heated, and you hear the sound of her gasp as if she's been pushed to the ground, and you hear a wooden water bucket hit the ground and splash everywhere, and several footsteps.
I'm going to go ahead and investigate then.
Are you going to leave the porch and cross the courtyard to go look at the source of it? So there's 3 big buildings that seem identical to the one you're staying in, one of which is the 3. You cross the courtyard, and dead of night at this point. And around the side of the inn, in a whole nother structure you haven't been in, you hear the footsteps of several men hastily moving, I guess, towards the courtyard in the farthest building.
Mm-hmm.
And in a few moments, they might be visible, you think?
Oh, I'll wait.
You're just going to hang out and wait? Okay. Out of the darkness from around the side, 7 men appear, all striding together in a group. You can see they're armed. Some have Eastern swords and some other odd, exotic weapons. And one of them is pointing forward around the other side of the farthest building in a flanking position, is ordering some of those men to go around the building. You would imagine they're going to go all the way around the inn and come at your sleeping space from behind.
I'm going to go ahead and cast Thaumaturgy on myself.
Okay.
And if you would allow, I would like to have the night start, just the area around it, start to darken again.
Yeah.
And again, if you would allow my eyes to start glowing red.
Ooh, shit. Okay. That's spooky.
Anime moment.
Okay, you do that.
And I'm just going to speak up. Well, gentlemen, there's really no need for that now, is there?
They stop in their tracks, looking through the darkness, and several of them home right in on your glowing red eyes, and they look surprised. Let us set up a little courtyard. One, go.
Make sure your mics are back where they need to be.
No. Can't make me.
Okay. Does that sound good?
Any breathing?
Not yet.
It's too bad the party is not aware. Suppose I could roll to see if Delsinora heard the thing that you heard that caused you to get up. Let's see. She does not. Well, let's roll initiative.
I don't wanna. You can't make me.
Oh, you don't need to because you're not aware of what's happening.
Okay, good.
17.
Nice. Well, quite reasonably so. Thornton, you have the drop on him. You go first.
All right.
It would be a bonus action to say something and warn the party.
Thanks, voice in my head.
So do I recognize any of these men?
You recognize the bitch.
Well, so
The other guys were probably some of the other guys in the room. A couple of them are fresh faces.
all right. So I'm like, oh, and of course, all this is like while the night, like in this area, is like darkening.
Mhm.
At least from their perspective,
Right.
and these like glowing eyes that I have. Well, if it isn't the, and I'm going to call him a bitch in Salumni again.
Oh, shit.
Well, if it isn't the, whatever
The bitch.
the bitch. Well, if it isn't my good friend, the bitch.
He curses in Miuri and reaches for a shuriken in his clothing.
I'm just gonna like sweep my like cloak aside and just like show this armor that I'm wearing, and then I'm gonna pull out my my warhammer, this big, mean warhammer.
How loudly did you say, "Here's the bitch again"?
I wasn't quiet.
Okay. I think it's safe to say that woke all of you up, those of you who are asleep.
Okay.
And if Shrimpstomp wasn't, then Delsinora slowly poked him until he was awake.
And
Adam really doesn't want Thornton fighting this battle alone.
Thornton doesn't mind.
Considering healing's
I
been
know
turned off.
I know Thornton doesn't mind.
Just saying, like I'm not being like quiet, but I'm also not being like super loud.
Gotcha.
I'm just talking normally, just enough, just loud enough that they would hear me.
Thin walls in a quiet
Yeah.
courtyard. I think it's reasonable they heard your voice. Okay, what do you do with your action?
Well, and I'm just gonna like narrow these like glowing red eyes that I have right now. If you really want to do this, boy, let's dance.
Let's
and
dance.
I am going to hold my action.
Okay, until
If he does anything, I'm going to hold my action to hit him with a guiding bolt.
okay, specifically the bitch.
Yeah, specifically the bitch.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want us to roll for initiative now, or
At the end of the turn when it resets, then y'all will all roll initiative and add.
Okay.
Leilathia here, I'm gonna say, is
Not here.
not here. But she'll represent the let's do this. The back three is Leilathia, and the front three is this skull right here. So Thornton was first. We may as well go on the same turn. Well, we'll see. The other, and then someone else's initiative might get in between next turn. All right. So Thoradin is standing alone near the well in this courtyard, facing down this group of Yakuza. And they're all brandishing weapons. And the main one, who we have named the bitch, draws a shuriken and is moments from throwing it. So Thoradin, that might qualify as your...
I guess that
held action.
triggers my guiding bolt.
All right, let's hear it. What do we got?
That is a nat 26.
Okay.
I am so sorry.
That's par for course.
I'm not actually sorry.
I know.
Immediately smites him as soon as he takes one, like a shuriken out.
Bam. All right. How much damage do we do? Or is there a to hit? Oh, you already hit. Sorry, it's been a long week.
Sorry, I don't have enough D6s. That is 31 damage.
Describe your guiding bolt.
So as he's getting ready to like throw, I just like whip out my hand, and this brighter than usual, just white hot ball of magic launches from my hand, and it just streaks and hit this dude straight in the face.
Oh my god.
Taking 31 radiant damage.
So the bitch takes it right in the face and is launched off of his feet, almost flipping into the air onto his back. Like in a martial arts film, just knocked right off of his feet and almost a spiral lands on his back. All the air is knocked out of him, making a horrible wheezing sound. And the other men look shocked. Despite this, the three men behind him all throw their shuriken at Thoradin. We've got a 23, a 12, and an 8.
Only the 23 hits.
Only the 23 hits. Alright, you take 3 damage from a shuriken striking you.
Oh,
All right.
Okay, so the 3 men in the back row, they see all of this and they think that they're clever, and all 3 of them sort of leave their comrades and go behind the building they're closest to into cover. And right away you can hear them smashing into the thin walls of that room.
What a bunch of assholes.
What a bunch of assholes. Okay,
Destroying shit.
that concludes that turn, and everyone else can roll their initiative, and I'll add it to the mix.
So are they right under where I am?
You're way over here.
Oh,
That's
okay.
you don't know if that building is empty or not, but it's farthest from your room.
That's a 6 for me.
6 for
That was an
Shrimpstomp.
amazing roll.
I've got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 for Galliot.
Hold on, I gotta pull my sheet.
Oh, Delsinora goes last every time. I forgot.
No matter what. So I definitely slept through it, and Delsnor had to wake me up since I
Okay.
rolled so low.
Okay.
Let me borrow yours.
Dreaming about Umaira.
She
No,
woke you
yours.
up, but it takes her time to get to her
Computer.
feet. He still goes after you, despite warning you first.
Mine's being weird and I know why.
She took her entire action to
Shrimp
poke
stomp.
him.
Well,
Shrimpstomp, he's like,
also to get up, her knees creak.
nubs.
Nub nubs. Oh, big nub nubs.
Just reaching out into the night.
Dude, it would take 2
got a
hands just
5.
for one.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like a fucking beach ball.
Well, Shrimp stomps are bigger than that because he fits between them.
I got a 5.
They're like beanbags, chairs.
Basically. Because, I mean, he's a small creature and she's a giant goddess.
11 feet. Interesting. Okay. Ninx, what's your initiative?
5.
Nice. It's like going last on the. It's like going first on the next turn.
This dude's about to throw a shuriken. Next thing he knows is the sun is in his face.
This dude summoned the sun.
There we go.
All right. Galliot, you spring to your feet, and when you hear the sounds of battle outside, preceded by Thoradin issuing a challenge to the bitch.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Galliot had figured this would happen, but he really was hoping it wouldn't. So I think he's just gonna go out and join the Thoradin.
Okay.
Womp, 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 womp.
Is that 30?
Yes, 30. That's 6 spots.
Okay. Do you do anything with the rest of your action?
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna give Thoradin Bardic Inspiration.
Nice. Very nice. Good job, Galliot. Thoradin.
Inspire.
Well, I am going to go ahead and cast Shield of Faith
Okay.
on myself. So that's like the shimmering golden aura kind of appears around me. And then I am going to go ahead and move up. 25.
Okay. And that'll conclude your action.
Mhm.
All right. The bitch rolls over, and smoke is rising up out of his facial region, and he still seems to be alive, but barely, and he's struggling to his feet, but only barely.
I'm not a bitch.
I'm not a bitch. I'll show you I'm not a bitch. I'll prove it.
I assume through his badly burned face.
His badly scorched face. The 3 men with him, the one closest to the building, rushes forward and opens wide the sliding door of that building. The other 2 each throw a shuriken at Thoradin, which do not hit, and then they rush inside the building as well. You can now hear a woman screaming in that room. I can barely see.
You got 3 inside, 3 on the backside.
Okay. Thoradin, you, and only you, oh, you moved this, that's why it's okay. You can see straight down the other 3 men from before emerge through the other side of the building.
So over here.
Right there.
Right
And
here.
they're still on their way to flank the room that y'all were staying in. And they were slowed down by proceeding through the room. So you should see them exiting. Shrimp Stomp.
Does all of this space count as well?
Let's say so.
Okay.
Because you were asleep. And
Shrimp Stomp's gonna bust out through the front door.
I'm coming, Thoradin!
I love it.
And he's going to shoot his longbow.
Thoradin's gonna just yell back, "Good to hear."
The bitch is the only one you can see.
Yep. And like,
You woke us up for one guy?
No, they're more flanking around.
he's gonna.
Thoradin just became Scottish.
Dwarves always. dip
There
into
can
that.
be only one.
That's gonna be a dirty 20 to hit. And then that is, where is it? 9 damage.
Well, the bitch never saw it coming because his eyes were burnt out of his skull. But he takes that arrow and is sent directly to hell.
He's
He
like,
is dead.
I'm not
He was indeed a bitch, abandoned by his comrades. Yeah, he is dead. You got him.
He lived like a bitch and he died like a bitch.
Oh,
Aww.
I did it!
Poor lad, he should not come here.
he really shouldn't have. Okay, Ninx.
Am I still up in the rafters?
I believe you were sleeping on a windowsill.
Yeah. Up in the... I had gotten up in the rafters, so...
Oh,
Yes.
afterwards? Okay. Yeah, you're up in the rafters. You hear a commotion from several different directions and the screaming of a lady in one of the other buildings.
You jump from roof to roof.
That's what I was thinking.
Let her wait and drop down on him.
No
2 foot
need.
tall mushroom just.
Explodes
Um,
and spores go everywhere.
No, I'm gonna stay up high.
You can easily access the roof from these rafters, given the architecture of the.
So doing that, will you move me this way?
Okay.
My movement is third.
It's going to take an athletics check if you want to jump to the next building.
I can do an athletics check. I don't mind. I have a speed of 25.
Okay. So you were right there on the edge already, so you haven't moved yet at all.
Yes. Do I want to do? Yeah, I'll do the
Come on, Nix.
11 plus 2 is 13.
13, you barely make it, but you do make it. Because you're so tiny.
All right.
You can definitely hear one or more men running around behind the very building you're standing on now.
All right. And does that end my turn? Because I was going to shillelagh my...
You can make it to the other end of the building. Too. You probably look down on them.
That's about all. Climbing through the rafters, getting on the roof, running and jumping. That probably takes your action.
Okay. I should have shillelagh'd my quarterstaff before I did that. All right.
Yeah, I'm going to say the jumping would have consumed your action then.
Yes. But I'm alrighty.
Okay. Finally, Delsonora is going to cast Mage Armor on herself and as quickly as she can follow Shrimp Stomp and come up somewhere behind him or near him.
What's her movement?
30. I mean, technically.
15.
15.
It's actually 12.
And I consider that, but I didn't want to burden the entire party with her movement rate.
That would have been.
At overland travel, y'all would be slowed to her speed. Just like you're currently slowed to Nynx's speed.
What is Nix's speed?
25.
25.
Same as
And
mine.
Thornton.
Half the party's slow.
We can't help it. We got little legs.
We'll say Delsinora's movement speed is 25.
You have teammates that can carry you.
Like, Michelle Tanner.
Mm-hmm.
Wait for me. I got little legs.
Okay, it rolls back around to Galliot.
Alright. Would I have seen them go through there?
You saw the 3 guys who abandoned the bitch go into that building, but you cannot see where those other men went.
Gotcha.
Not from where you're standing.
Alright, then I want to get as close as I can to the building they're in. At least the entrance.
Okay. You're moving around Thoradin.
Hello, Thoradin.
No. We'll make the door that side. That way it's out of the way.
Yeah, but you still have to stand right in front of it to see in.
Yeah.
Okay. What else do you do? You can hear them moving through that room
Mhm.
and the woman scream.
You can also see down this alley now.
Now you can. You can see,
I can see them.
the second group of men trying to flank the buildings.
And Nink's up on the roof. There's mushroom in the shadows.
Gotcha.
I'm pretending I'm a mushroom growing on a...
I am the knight. I am Spore
I am the fungus that grows in your lungs.
I think I'm just gonna ready my longsword.
You're going to ready an action?
Yeah.
What's going to trigger your action? Because to use it, you'd have to be in melee range, and you won't be
Yeah.
able to move that far.
I would say if someone comes out and tries to attack me or Thoradin.
From the building?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. At this point, some windows are opening up in the main inn, and some of the innkeepers and people are looking out the windows to see what's going on. You see several of those painted
Nosy
women
people.
looking surprised. And some of them don't have their makeup on.
Oh my god. How scandalous.
They would consider it so. Okay. Thoradin.
Thoradin is going to go into the building.
Womp. The entire building explodes.
As you enter the building, you can now see how they're situated. One of them has yanked a woman off the ground and is holding her in front of him like a body shield. The other two are very close to a window on the side, closer to Galliot, about to open up that window, and one of them has a crossbow.
So, these two are on this side now?
Correct.
Okay.
And the third that has the hostage is kind of in between them and the door, trying to provide a shield for all three of them almost.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit farther back into the room, like middle, halfway. That'll work. So your line of sight to all three is affected by this hostage taker.
I'm just going to look at this. Look at the guy holding the woman. So, not only do you outnumber me, but you're also a damn coward.
These guys have no honor.
I was actually thinking about letting the rest of you go.
Big talk, he says.
Why don't you fight me like a man? Or are you gonna be less than a little bitch outside?
All right, what do you do? Her kimono is kind of draped everywhere, so you can't see where his hands are, or if he has a weapon to her or anything. Or if he's just picking her up off the ground, you can't tell.
I am gonna go ahead and cast command.
Ooh. Nice.
And I am going to say release.
Okay, does he get a saving throw for
He
that?
has to make a wisdom saving throw. And he has to pass 14.
He fails. He his eyes grow wide and kind of blank. His expression softens. He just opens his arm and the woman falls out of his hands. He did in fact have a knife. And the woman starts crawling away, yelling hysterically.
Go on, get out of here.
Okay, so that was your move and your action.
That is my action and my last spell slot.
Oops.
Mm. Okay. Okay. The one with the crossbow kind of follows the plan, slides open the door, very rapidly, not far from Galliot, which you definitely see. And you see a Yakuza with a crossbow appear in the window and fire at you. Does a 17 hit?
Yes. Very much so.
You take 8 damage from a crossbow bolt striking you somewhere on your body.
It's like the third time Galliot's taken any damage. Can you hear me, Pencil?
Certainly.
Alright, Thoradin, the man that you just commanded to drop the woman, he is furious and probably a little embarrassed.
That was 3 damage, right?
8.
8. Okay.
8 to damage. He draws his katana, and the man next to him has an axe in his hand, and they both charge at you.
Oh, look at that. When I kill you, can I give that to my child?
Does a 17 hit?
Nope.
How about a 20?
That hits. Is that dirty 20 or nat 20?
Dirty.
Okay, yeah, 20 hits.
Alright, they both slash at you twice, but there's only one hit, and it does 4 damage. Their puny weapons just useless against your mighty Western armor.
My mighty dwarven armor.
Dwarven armor. Okay, Galliot, your troubles aren't over yet. Of the three that were passing from building to building, one of them stops with his own crossbow and fires at you. Does a 12 hit?
No.
Okay, the crossbow bolt misses you, and they use the entirety of their movement rate to get around behind the building that you were sleeping in.
Okay, right here.
All the way behind it, where they're not
Off
even
the map?
visible. Yeah.
Okay.
Shrimp Stomp and Delsinora can hear the sliding door of the building you were in the back start to open. And Nynx could see all of that.
Got it.
Shrimp Stomp.
Can I see from my area the guy shooting?
Yes, you can see him through the window.
Okay.
But he's got partial cover, of course.
He's going to go ahead and attempt.
He's got 3/4 cover.
Oh, shoot. No, he's going to get distracted and follow this sound over here. He's going to run back inside.
Okay, because of the way the building is, you can see straight through it that door has opened, and there's
Okay.
2 men standing there.
Okay. And then he's going to shoot his bow again. Not as good. That is going to be a 13.
That hits.
Okay. 8 damage.
All right. To his surprise, he did not expect. Actually, he did expect there to be someone in there. But he didn't expect to be harmed so quickly. He shouts a curse in Miori as he takes the arrow.
Same to you, pal.
He got an owie he was not
Nynx.
expecting.
What are you gonna do?
I am going to use do Earth Mother's Wrath on my quarterstaff.
Okay.
And then with my bonus action, I am going to do my mushroom spores on the one that is right below me.
Okay. Is that a bonus action spell?
My shillelagh, yes.
Of the shillelagh was. Okay.
Yes.
So this is your
Your actual action.
action.
Yes.
Okay. What's the difficulty of the saving throw?
13.
Ooh, he passed it. I'm sorry. He now sees you and looks up at you. Okay, do you use your move action?
Yeah, I back up a little bit.
Okay, now he cannot see you. Alright, Delsinora is next. Galliot, it's safe to say that you're looking at the person that shot you with the crossbow?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, Delsinora thinks that the most... She probably heard your bowstring loose. She turns around and looks back through the door as well. And casts... She is going to cast Chill Touch. Which misses.
Oh,
Boo.
Boo. Galliot, it's your turn.
My turn. Oh my god.
Jump through the window.
just tag him.
That's the last thing he's going to expect.
Hold on.
Use that awesome new sword.
Actually, yeah. Could I do an athletics check to jump through the window?
Yes, you can.
That's a 16.
I think that'll do it.
Alright. I'm gonna jump through the fucking window. How many spaces of movement does that count as?
And not many.
and Swan Knives just like cuts the dude's head off. Just
And then I want to stab the dude with my new longsword.
Alright, do it.
So 16 to hit.
That hits.
That's a d12. I need a d10. This one, right?
Yeah.
The weird one. The percentile die.
Yes.
Womp. That's a 1.
Add your proficiency to it
Plus my proficiency.
and strength.
I have a 0 for strength, so it's 3.
New sword, you know. You don't know it yet.
You're getting there. You're getting there. Okay, you slash at him and cut him, and he drops the crossbow.
Hell yeah.
All right. We're going to break there for the next episode and begin with Thoradin's turn. At the very beginning of episode 40, I believe. Dang, 40, everyone.
The big 4-0.
The big 4-0. Okay, so we hope that you check in with us next time to see the conclusion of this Yakuza battle.
You can follow us on Twitter/X at GoblinHouseST.
You can follow us on Facebook at Goblin House Studios. You can also follow us on Twitter and Snapchat at Goblin House STU. We also have our Twitch, which is Goblin House Studios, and we have our Discord, and all of that is linked in the bio on our Twitch.
All right, remember everyone to like, subscribe, download, write us fan letters, join our social media, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.